always been a place of curiosity for the locals, but nobody dared to enter it, not after the tragic incident that happened years ago. The story goes that a group of teenagers snuck into the carnival one night and never returned. Their disappearance remained a mystery until a month later, when their dismembered bodies were found scattered throughout the carnival. Since then, the carnival had been closed down and left to rot, becoming a haven for ghosts and other supernatural beings. Nobody had the courage to venture into the carnival, except for a group of teenagers who were determined to prove their bravery. It was a misty night when the group of 5 teenagers arrived at the abandoned carnival. They had heard stories about the place, but they didn't believe in ghosts or other supernatural entities. They were just looking for a thrill. The entrance to the carnival was blocked by a rusted gate, but the teenagers easily climbed over it. As they entered the carnival, they were greeted by a creepy atmosphere. The carnival rides were all rusted and broken. The stalls were covered in cobwebs, and there was an eerie silence that hung in the air. The teenagers decided to explore the carnival, splitting up into pairs. They walked around the carnival, trying to find something interesting, but all they found were broken rides and abandoned stalls. As they walked, they began to notice something strange. The carnival seemed to be alive, with creaking sounds coming from every direction. It was as if the carnival was breathing, alive with a dark energy. Suddenly, the teenagers heard a scream. It was coming from one of their friends who had gone to explore the haunted house. The rest of the group rushed to the haunted house, where they found their friend lying on the floor, unconscious. They tried to wake him up, but he wouldn't budge. That's when they heard the sound of footsteps coming towards them. The footsteps were heavy, as if someone was wearing boots. The teenagers froze in fear, not knowing what to do. Then, out of the darkness, emerged a figure. It was a clown, but not like any clown the teenagers had seen before. This clown was covered in blood, with a sinister grin on his face. The teenagers tried to run, but the clown was too fast. He caught up to them quickly, and soon they were surrounded by a group of clowns, all wearing the same sinister grin. The clowns started to laugh, an eerie sound that sent shivers down the teenagers' spines. They tried to fight back, but the clowns were too strong. They were quickly overpowered and taken to the carnival's underground tunnels. The tunnels were dark and damp, with the stench of death and decay filling the air. The teenagers could hear the sound of dripping water echoing through the tunnels. It was as if the tunnels were alive, with a mind of their own. As they walked deeper into the tunnels, they came across a room filled with carnival props. But these weren't just any props. They were alive, with eyes that glowed in the dark. The teenagers tried to run, but the props were too fast. They caught up to them quickly, and soon they were surrounded by a group of evil props, all with eyes that glowed in the darkness. The props started to move, their limbs contorting into unnatural positions. It was as if